Last week on Thunder, it was all Team Gravedigger taking home the checkered flag as we closed out the August season. Now he's got a bullseye on his back as we kick off the September season of Thursday Night Thunder next. The September season of Thunder kicks off right now as 16 of MTA's baddest monster trucks get ready to launch into action. Hi everyone, I'm your host tonight, Steve Jones, and we have got a heck of a lineup for the September season of Thursday Night Thunder. Gravedigger is the man to get tonight as he currently holds that checkered flag, and we got a star-studded lineup ready to kick things off for the September season. As we jump over to take a look at round one matchups, we got a couple newcomers out here this season, and up first, we got Joey Andrews in the Devastator Chevrolet. He is set to take on Jason Cook in that Hurricane Force machine at a Chris Baluch's Bad Weather Race Camp, followed by Black Pearl returning to action here tonight on Thursday Night Thunder for the first time. He is set to take on Chad Legit in Tropical Thunder, another competitor out of Bad Weather Race Camp. And up first, you see Joey Andrews there, first time out here on Thunder, representing the Devastator Chevrolet. He is set to take on Jason Cook in the Hurricane Force machine, again out of the Bad Weather Race Camp. Both trucks stage at the line. Ford versus Chevrolet to kick off the September season here on Thursday Night Thunder. Now as both trucks anxiously wait for the green light, who moves on to round two? There's the green light now down the straight stretch. Both trucks looking even up through no man's land. Hurricane Force got way out of shape, and it's all Devastator moving on to round number two. The newcomer, the new kid on the block, Joey Andrews. As we go back to an MTA replay, you see him pretty much even up through no man's land. Watch Hurricane Force in that near lane getting way out of shape, and it's all Joey Andrews and the Devastator moving on to round two. Up next, we've got the return of the Outlaw, Joshua Wells, back behind the wheel of the Black Pearl machine. He is representing the Chevrolet camp here tonight. But over in that far lane, out of the Bad Weather Race Camp, here you see Chad Legit, the Maximum Carnage champion way earlier this year in Tropical Thunder. Who's moving on to round two? These guys have been around for quite some time. It's all about bragging rights. There's the green light now down the straight stretch, looking even through no man's land. Black Pearl turns it over, and Chad Legit takes the win. He moves on to round number two in that Tropical Thunder machine. And big problems for Josh Wells in the Black Pearl Chevrolet. You see him right here going back to the replay. Came across that second set of cars and just clipped it and turned the truck over. We don't know if something mechanical failed on the truck that caused him to go into that car stack. He was making a bad fast pass. However, in the bigger shows, Black Pearl's always a fast truck. We don't know if something else happened to the machine. They're going to go down in the pits and get it looked at. Nonetheless, Black Pearl looks okay. They got to go inside and see what's going on. And up next, we've got five-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. That's Bradley Graham and Goldberg out of Maximum Motorsports. He's looking to dial that truck in and set it on kill for the September season. Far lane, Mike Lanford, Bustin' Loose Chevrolet. As we go green now down the straight stretch, they're looking even slightly to Bustin' Loose and turns it over. It's all Bradley Graham and Goldberg picking up the win. Lanford had it out for Goldberg there, but turned it over before the finish line. Goldberg moves on. And up next, we've got returning James Valancourt out of the K&J Racing Camp, representing that bad, fast Liquidator Ford. He is set to take on returning veteran Johnny Retlaw and Taurus out of Granite City, Illinois. Retlaw didn't have much luck last season with the grinder machine. Now pilots the Taurus Chevrolet, taking on the Ford and Liquidator. As we get set for green, there they are down the line. Slightly the Liquidator up and over the cars in a clean race, and they're into each other. Both drivers letting it all hang out. However, they got into each other there at the finish line. We're going to take you back to an MTA replay. Slight lead here to Liquidator as you see him go across no man's land. Taurus trying to play catch up. Both trucks get crossed up at the finish line. And right here, bam, Taurus tanks Liquidator. He does move on, however, to round two. And up next, returning Jeffrey Skipper in the West Virginia Mountaineer out of the Johnson Motorsports Race Team. That truck is always running top notch and is bad fast. But in the near lane, out of Jefferson City, Missouri, is the returning Colt Cobra, Gene Patterson behind the wheel. of the Brass Eagle Snakebite. As we go green now down the straight stretch, 2 Fords letting it hang out through no man's land, and Snakebite picks up the win over the West Virginia Mountaineer. That was no easy task. He had that Ford singing through the air. Mountaineer on the trailer now as we move on to round 1 action. Ryan Johnson returning. He just took home the Summer Heat Shootout Championship in the Brodozer, as well as the All-American Throwdown Championship. That Brodozer machine is a force out here on the Thursday Night Thunder circuit. There you see Greg Durbin in the Saigon Shaker, 3-time Thunder champion in the near lane. There's the green light now down the straight stretch. Brodozer pulling a lead through no man's land. Saigon turns it over, and Brodozer flies on by him in the shutdown area. Saigon Shaker got crossed up, rocked up, and rolled over. He is on the trailer for the night. As we go back and take another look here, this track is eating these trucks up here tonight. Saigon trying to play catch up. You see him right here on that last set of cars. Turn the truck over, and wait a minute, I'm not sure if Brodozer did get the win. And yes, he did by merely inches, but Greg Durbin was right there, even if he was on 2 wheels trying to save it. And there you see now the track crew and officials making sure he's okay, rolling the Saigon Shaker back over. You know the Metal Shop boys, they ain't sending no slack out here. They'll have that truck running top notch and back for week 2 of the September season. And we will definitely get an update from the Saigon Shaker crew later on this evening. And ladies and gentlemen, moving on, round 1 action now. It's a battle of the bow tie here tonight as Jalen Buford, who went all the way to the finals at the Summer Heat Shootout this past weekend, he's representing the Maximum Motorsports Race Team in USA-1. However, in the far lane is newcomer Blake Mahoney in the Samson Chevrolet. 2 bow ties going to battle it out here in round 1 as we go green. Samson drove him off the line. USA-1 trying to come back, turn the truck over, and USA-1 will pick up the win over the Samson Chevrolet. We have got to go back and check out this replay. Right here, Samson got him off the line. Look at USA-1 playing catch up on him. Through no man's land, some big time air. Turns the truck over, and he made it across the finish line. They have got some work to do, but they will be back for round 2 action. And now, as we get set to close out round 1 racing, Jason Wook took home his first checkered flag victory last month in the August season. He wants that flag back. However, in that far lane from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, Aaron Church is the current Thursday Night Thunder champion in Gravedigger, who's taking that flag to round 2. There's the green light. Gravedigger got him up the line through no man's land, and Gravedigger may have gotten the win as they got into each other coming across the finish line there. I'm not sure who picked up the win. We may have to go down to a photo finish. We're going to take another look at it here. Gravedigger with a slight lead on Prowler as they approach the first jump. And huge air by both trucks as they come to the finish line here, and Gravedigger does pick up the win. He's taking the flag into round 2. And ladies and gentlemen, what an eventful round 1, I must say, as we head down now to the pits of the Saigon Shaker. Them guys are down there working on the truck, trying to get him prepped and set up to come back for week 2. There you see Hurricane Force. He got out of shape in round 1. They're making sure everything's all right. And the Black Pearl team over on the far side, they're making sure that truck is 100% for next week as well. Hopefully Saigon Shaker can make a comeback. And also, if you missed your shot at the Summer Heat Shootout, well, Superior Survivor is coming on September 25th. 32 trucks as we crown 1 champion. Back here with round 2 action. Devastator, the newcomer, Joey Andrews behind the wheel, set to take on Tropical Thunder to kick things off. And that Devastator Chevrolet was looking awful fast there in round 1. However, Chad Legit is the Maximum Carnage champion from this past year, and he knows how to get the job done, especially teaming up with Chris Paluk in the Bad Weather Race Camp, now driving the Tropical Thunder machine. There you see the tribute to Scott Hartsock's Gunslinger hanging off the back of it. Who's moving on to semis? Ford versus Chevrolet. Tropical Thunder leaves him off the line down the straight stretch through no man's land, and Chad Legit and the Tropical Thunder machine pick up the win. Moving on to semifinal action. That was a quick pass. He is looking dialed in. And up next, we've got James Valencourt returning in the Liquidator Ford. However, he is set to take on Bradley Graham and Goldberg. 8 championships between these 2 drivers here on Thursday Night Thunder. These 2 seasoned veterans are going to lay it out to move on to the semifinals, but there can only be one. Goldberg and Liquidator at the line now as we get set for green. Off the line now, they're looking even. Up through no man's land in a close race, but Liquidator takes the win. He moves that big bad Ford across the line first. Problems for Bradley Graham and Goldberg. It's back to the drawing board for that camp. As we move on, out of Jefferson City, Missouri, that's Gene Patterson returning in that Ford Brass Eagle Snakebite. He was wicked fast in round 1. But over in that far lane is the kid he can't beat. Wildman Ryan Johnson in Brodozer has got Gene Patterson's number, who moves on to semifinal action as we wait for green. Both trucks hard off the line now. Patterson hanging with him, but it's all Brodozer taking the win. Patterson was hanging with him. Lost it there in the shutdown area. Ryan Johnson's looking fast in that Brodozer machine. We're going back now to take another look and see what happened. Look at him right here. Gene Patterson hanging even. As they hit the first jump, some big-time air by both trucks. Snakebite got a little out of shape. Lost it right there in the shutdown area. Ryan Johnson picks up the win. And up next, we've got Jalen Buford returning in the USA-1 Chevrolet. Turned it over in round one action. The team got it all back together, and they are set to take on the current Thursday Night Thunder champion in that far lane. That's Aaron Church in the Gravedigger, looking strong in round one. These two bad bow ties are going to close out round two action right here as we wait for green. USA-1 got him off the line down the straight. Gravedigger trying to come back and then come across the line there. And I'm not sure who picked up the win. We may have to go down and take another look. I'm pretty sure it was Jalen Buford and USA-1 that got the win. As we take another look, USA-1 with a strong lead down the straight stretch. Aaron Church and the Gravedigger trying to come back. Look at the pogo by USA-1. They come across the line here. And yes, indeed, Jalen Buford and USA-1 pick up the win, but not without problems. They ended up breaking a tie rod there on that bad pogo right there in no man's land. The crew is thrashing to get it all back together. If they cannot get the truck to come back, that means Gravedigger returns to action in semifinals. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed round two action. We got semis coming up next. It has been wicked fast racing here to kick off the September season. We're back with semis after the break. Back here on Thursday Night Thunder with semi-final action, we've got Tropical Thunder returning to the line, taking on the Liquidator machine. These two trucks have looked fast all night long. Chad Legit has definitely got the Tropical Thunder machine dialed in. However, in the near lane, James Valancourt, Redemption Champion, Full Throttle Champion, as well as a three-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. He knows how to get the job done as well. Two Fords to kick off the semifinals as we go green. Both trucks hard off the line now, slight lead to Tropical Thunder through no man's land, and Liquidator come back on him there in the shutdown area. Valancourt planted that big Ford horsepower, and he showed Tropical Thunder how it's done out here in the Liquidator machine. Going back to take another look, you see them pretty much even as they hit the jump. Look at the air there by Liquidator, laying it all on the line. He come across the line there by half a truck and picked up the win. And now as we close out semifinal action, a rematch from the Summer Heat Shootout. This was our final. Brodozer taking on USA-1. Brodozer was the victor this past Saturday by merely inches. You know Jalen Buford over here in the near lane, and USA-1 wants payback. Who moves on to the finals? Brodozer and USA-1 as we go green. Brodozer gets him off the line. USA-1 coming back now, and USA-1 picks up the win. And Brodozer shuts it down right into the Mountaineer machine. His teammate hits him in the shutdown area. What a barn burner of a match. USA-1 finally beats the Brodozer. And ladies and gentlemen, what an action-packed look at semifinals. We're taking you down now to an inside look for the Sunday Night Madness show coming up. There you see two brand new Chevrolet pickups that are going to dominate the Sunday Night Madness circuit. The brand new Nightmare Machine as well as Monster Patrol. We can't wait to start the show and hope to see you guys right there for the action as we get set to kick off the finals here on Thursday Night Thunder. It's down to two. Liquidator versus USA-1. James Valancourt in the Liquidator machine looking for his fourth victory out here on Thunder. Jalen Buford in USA-1, the Chevrolet in the far lane. He's looking for his first. Liquidator, USA-1. It's showtime here on Thunder down the straight stretch. USA 1 point of lead. Props for Valancourt turns it over. And Jalen Buford and then USA 1 pick up his first Thursday Night Thunder Championship. Unbelievable action here tonight. Valancourt, as we go back to the MTA replay, USA 1 immediately got him out of the hole, planting that Chevrolet horsepower. Valancourt in the near lane trying to come back. Some big time air, gets crossed up on that second set of cars, turned the truck over in the grass there, and your winner of the September season kickoff of Thursday Night Thunder. Congratulations to Jalen Buford for picking up your first checkered flag victory in USA 1. An incredible night of racing here as we kicked off the September season. A few rollovers and a lot of bad, fast racing. And now as we get set to jump over to the point standings as we kicked off the September season. Looking at the latter half of the bracket, Hurricane Force, Black Pearl, Bustin' Loose, and Taurus all hold the gate closed with 5 points. And over at the top half, your current leader is Jalen Buford and USA 1 with 20 points, followed by James Valancourt and Liquidator with 20, and Ryan Johnson and Brodozer with 10 points. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the September season kickoff here on Thursday Night Thunder. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next week.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah, it's about that. It's about that.